Hi, everybody. So here we are today to talk about bridging higher consciousness, and we're also going to do an energetic check-in. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of energies that may be causing some stuff in your body. And we just want to talk about what we're doing in bridging higher consciousness. So who wants to start?
Hello, everybody. I'll start.
Okay.
I'm very grateful to be here with you three, and I'm really excited about this. You can call it a project or creation that we are working with together. The current energies have been rather wild the last little while, and so if you find yourself confused or your body really hurting, there has been a lot of new bright frequencies coming in to really allow us to embrace and embody all of our aspects, all of our parallel pieces, all of our dark pieces, everything that's in culmination is coming into the light perspective. And it's not to push it away, it's not to run away from it. It is so that we can embrace them in their wholeness and allow them to be seen and present. So the frequencies have been wild. You might find yourself needing to rest a lot more. Food could be interesting right now. You could eat a lot or not. Sleep might be off. You might be having interesting visions, dark aspects coming through, or really high frequency light beings coming through. It can be overwhelming right now. So it's one of those times to really support yourself and do a lot of self-care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so does computer games count as self-care?
Yes.
They're making you meditate.
Well,
Yeah.
this is what I think. I think that we are multidimensional beings and we're being impacted in a multidimensional way. And so I've had to put things aside. I've had to stop putting pressure on myself. And I have been playing computer games. And I see that as a way for me to keep one part of me here while the rest of me is doing other stuff. And I feel a lot better for it. But my body has told me it wants to do exercise now, and it hasn't wanted to for a long time. So there's a big spectrum of effects from all of these energies, depending, of course, on how much work you've done and where you are with your, with your inner work, where you are with your energies and your integration and your body. And so when people are saying, "Oh, but I'm really happy, but I'm really not happy," it's still an effect of the current energies. And ultimately, what I'm really feeling is that everything seems to have speeded up. Everything's happening really, really fast. And I think, again, for me, the mindfulness aspect, being in the moment, can be quite tiring too. So a bit of distraction is good when you're doing deliberate focus on something else that's not fear-based, which probably explains why I've gone back to a particular computer game that helped me when I was going through a crisis about 5 years ago. So it's a little bit like coming home in a way. It's a farm game, and I'm farming. It's just really silly, but it's fun. But it's also grounding, and to spend time grounding, I think, is really important because we're growing and we don't, I have 4 children, and when they're little babies, you're going and you're checking their development on the developmental scale. And are they doing this today? And are they doing that today? And they don't grow in a straight line, and then just like Z just said, they eat and eat and eat and eat, and then they don't want to eat anything. And then suddenly, bam, they put, 3 inches bigger, or they're doing 5 things that the chart said they should have been doing last week. But one of the 5 things is something they were not supposed to do until next month, because we don't grow in a straight line. So this is what we're doing. We're nurturing, we're growing, and it's difficult, scary, but it's also really fun and exciting. So that's kind of how I see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see it as we are a giant prism. So our body has gone from the carbon base, which is like a dust, a black dust, to this diamond or crystalline or crystalline base. And the energies are being reflected through us. And yesterday I was at lunch with someone, and I was like all of a sudden just completely exhausted. And I was like, what is going on? And I feel like we're working really hard. Our souls are working really hard in the astral plane. And I was like, come back. I have to drive. Like, come back. So a piece, I got the pieces that I needed to continue what I was doing. But today I can feel that, those energies went through the prism of my body, because the things I no longer need are causing aches and pains in my body, which I normally don't have. So we're kind of going through these stages, and it's a beautiful thing as long as we realize that it's temporary and we're just moving through it. So don't hang on to any of it. Just let it keep coming through and shining on the other side of your body, and then you're moving through it, just like you walk through the sunshine. That's kind of how the energies feel right now, because we're about to see more and learn more and know more. So that is kind of a good segue to, we've done a lot of work as a trio, some of it together and a lot of it within our own selves. And for us, it's like, we want to show you different ways to do things for yourself. That's what the whole point of this Bridging Higher Consciousness is. It's to bring those things to you so you know how to go into the Akashic records and work with yourself. And you know how to deal with your genetic line. And you know how to sit with yourself and not be afraid. And to allow those dark pieces to be seen and to ask, is that dark piece mine? Do I need to give it love? Or do I send it to the person that it belongs to? Maybe it's not mine. Those kind of things. And I just feel like this is going to be a really beautiful collaboration, because we have 3 points of view here. And that's going to help it really stay balanced.
I think it's more though than that. If you consider Honey and Z and I holding hands in a circle and then taking a huge step back and opening that circle really big. In that circle is the space for the Bridging Higher Consciousness participants to feel held. So it's not just, oh yeah, you need to do this, here's what you do. It's that, but it's also, I'll hold you while you do it. So we will be holding you at all of the frequencies that we have to offer, so that it's more gentle, more graceful. And then everybody in the circle will also be able to hold each other and to learn how to be held, I think is where we're coming from, because we've been doing a lot of hard work and now everything's getting easier. But one of the issues that people who do energy work, people who are empaths, light workers, one of the issues they have is to receive, is to feel that they are worthwhile and of value enough, to spend money on themselves. Feel, oh, it's money, but to spend money on you, to upgrade your self-care, to feel that support, to feel held is important. And also bring the joy in, to be able to give yourself permission to bring in joy is huge. And Z brings a lot of that to the table. I know I've been a lot happier since we've connected in person. And there's that also, the conditioning that we shouldn't be happy when there's other people are so upset, and we shouldn't be happy when all these other horrible things are happening in the world. But people are making a choice now. And if you're watching this video, you're still watching, you've made your choice. You're choosing the light, you're choosing the higher frequencies. And so we have to start creating from joy instead of being on a platform of pain and fear. And so to create from joy, you must be able to receive that joy and to be held as we start. It's like baby steps. I'm back to the baby thing again. We're all taking these baby steps together, but to take them when you feel held. I think that's something that we're maybe even not aware ourselves. That's really fundamental part of this offering, is to be able to hold that space for people who want to create from joy. So yeah.
That's the biggest perspective we're looking at here is creation comes from joy. It comes from passion. And as these ascension frequencies are coming through, our stabilization point is our joy and our passion. That's bringing in the inner child aspect, the innocent aspect of things, and really bringing it up to the surface, because that is also our true expression of self. That's our authentic self, and that is our highest frequencies coming through. So we offer here in this space is to be held in coming in as you are and just being you as you are and learning to have joy within yourself. And we're not here to tell you what to do or to have a perspective of anything that you need to do. It's just, we're going to give you some space. We have some experience that is our experience from our own self work, and we've all done a lot of it in this group. And you can see 3 different perspectives in cycling back to yourself and having an understanding, well, that might work for me and that might not work for me, but I might try it out and see where that goes. And here's a safe place to be held. The collective is also working through, again, what Abby said, the receiving portion of things. We've been givers for a long time, especially the light workers. And we're going to keep putting this, and now it's time for us to be able to be fluid in our exchange and have that be an equal balance and allow for the support to be there. And just because we are working on ourselves doesn't mean that we're meant to be alone in this. And that's another thing. We are meant to be held in this experience. And this is a great space to do that and be held in that, and just take steps for yourself in a way that works best for you, in a way that is in creation and not in the continuous wounded and healing patterns, which are in this ascension pathway, something not to focus on anymore. We've worked through a lot of those things. So now where can we be in the joy and the passion piece? Because that will also heal the rest of those places that we're looking to heal, and not being stuck in that space of we need to do this, we need to heal this. How about wholeness? How about embracing the fact that we are whole and we always have been, just noticing it.
I love that. I love that so much. I think as well, getting the validation from each other is good. And having a safe space to bounce ideas off people is good, because we have the chat group there that's part of this offering. And what I think is beautiful is that Honey and Zia and I are authentic and helping each other and sharing, and then coming and reporting back. We're all in this together. We're all on the same platform. We're on the same level. And it's an amplification of group intention is also incredibly powerful. So if anyone in our group was creating something brand new and wanted us to put power into it, that's another thing we can do. It's exciting, clearing pathway between you and what it is you want to create. So there's a lot. I mean, I think we're only beginning to see what we're going to be offering as it shows itself up. It's incredible. So I'm excited to be here.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah. And I'm excited to hear what people have to say and what people say that they need or what they're looking for too, because then maybe that will spark a lot more creation. So it's going to be a really beautiful place to be. And I'm excited. I know we're all excited, and we're excited to see you there and to be within your energy, because we're all in this together. We're all doing this ascension thing together, and we're also doing it as individuals, just like we are all one, and we are all here to have an experience. So, okay. All right.
I'm excited.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you guys so much. Appreciate you.